So let me talk to you a little bit about the Ornament Workshop. First of all, this is what the ornament looks like. And your Ornament Workshop fee is $25, and it includes enough materials to make 2 ornaments. You're going to get a half a package of designer paper. You're going to get a package of metallic pearls, gold cording, ribbon, everything you see in this picture. And then it also comes with an acetate box, and that is what you store your ornament in. Okay, and so everything you see there is included in the kit. Everything is pre-cut, it is pre-scored. The only thing you have to do is stamp, okay? So let me show you what it looks like in person. The ornament is actually in the box right now. I include a box every year because this is great storage, okay? So I'm gonna open this up. Yes, it includes the belly band that wraps around the acetate card box, okay? And it includes the gold cording that the ornament is hanging on. And this is the ornament right here. The only thing you need to provide is stamping. Okay, I'm gonna straighten up my camera a little bit. Okay, now on the back, and this hasn't been done, it'll have a beautiful label. It's gonna have the year on it, okay? So for $25, you have enough materials to make 2 ornaments along with 2 boxes. If you would like an additional ornament, it is $6. Again, everything is pre-cut and pre-scored. It's so easy to put together. If you are an online customer or a long-distance customer, you are welcome to participate. Your shipping is priority mail, and it's $8.50 to ship to you. And that includes however many ornament kits you buy. I can fit it all in the same package, okay? Now for you demonstrators, you're probably saying that's a retired set. And that's very true. The die cut set that I'm using is called Build a Wreath dies. And it did retire back in the spring. But I have a daughter getting married, and the wedding favor is an ornament. It's very similar to this. And so that's why I went with this year. But you don't need the dies at all because everything is pre-cut and pre-scored. Now, the stamp set that I used is called Evergreen Elegance, and that's in the annual catalog, okay? Not in the holiday book, okay? So $25, we have 1 more week before registration closes. It's gonna close next Wednesday night because I'm gonna order materials, okay? So don't miss out. I would love to share this holiday tradition with all of you, okay? All right, so I'll move that out of the way. I'm gonna say hello to a few folks and we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna show you our cards tonight, which I'm super excited about. All right, let me see here. Hi, Diane. So good to have you from Washington State. And if you are new tonight, please say hello to us. When you respond tonight, you are in a drawing to win tonight's cards. And I have 2 cards this evening, so I'll have 2 winners this evening, okay? Hi, Carolyn. Hello, Louise. Hi, Rosemary. Good to have you. All right, I think we're ready to get started. I'll show you the cards, and then I'm going to show you each part of the suite, okay? Hi, Helen. Good to have you. Hi, Connie. All right, so many friends tonight from other parts of the world. That is just so cool. Cool. All right. I'm grabbing my cards that we're making this evening. All right. So the first card that we're gonna make is this one. And the sentiment is from Eden's Garden as well. I'm gonna show you how to use adhesive sheets tonight, okay? And how to apply it to this card. And look what happens when you open it up. Dear friend, how are you? Isn't that awesome? Wouldn't you love to open a card and this is the first thing you read. How awesome is that? It's very, very meaningful. So this is our first card we'll do. I'm going to teach you all about cutting these pieces out, using adhesive sheets to do it. And our second card is this one right here. Check out the border. Look at that gorgeous border on the end of the card. Hi, Wendy. Welcome. Hi, Susan from Missouri. Hello, Melissa. So this is what we're going to create this evening, and you can help me decide which color bow because I was between 3 different bows tonight, so that you can help me with that. And then look at this. You open it up. Isn't this awesome? So you're going to love the stamp set. It's a distinctive stamp set, which means it does have that variation in ink tone. All right. So super, super excited to share these with you tonight. I've had so much fun creating with these. So this is Eden's Garden. And oh, thank you, Pam. I'm so glad you like it. This is Eden's Garden, by the way. It's got some beautiful sentiments, and I want you to look at the images here. You can see that it is a distinctive stamp set because of the shading. Some areas are darker than other areas. All of these are distinctive stamps. So all of this greenery, all right? This is like one of my favorite pieces right now. Now it does come with dies, and I'll show you those. They are right here, okay? But I want to show you what they look like when they're cut out. So here are the Eden dies right here. And you get this piece right here, as well as this, what do I want? A banner piece. That's what I'll call that. Then we've got this beautiful piece, another piece here, and then here is the edging right here. That was on the end of this card right here, okay? That is the same edging, okay? All right, so now let's look at the paper. All right, and you're gonna see it right here. I am gonna show it to you in person, but that's what our paper looks like. How beautiful is that? All right, so now I'm gonna show it to you in person. On one side, you're going to see gold accents. Hi, Yvette, welcome. You're gonna see those gold accents on one side. And then on the other side, you're going to have a pattern. And then here's another piece right here. And if you flip that one over, you have this design. Oh, good. I'm glad you're sold already, Pam. You're gonna love it. Here is another piece. Again, it does have the gold accents in it. And the opposite side has this ombre effect, which is super, super cool. Then we have another sheet. Here's some vines with the gold accents. I know the paper is amazing. How many of you already have this paper? And here's the other side of this. Sometimes it's kind of want to play, it kind of plays with your eyes, doesn't it? Here's another gold piece right here. And here's the opposite side of it. You can tell that I'm already using this. I know, Diana, I love the gold too. Yes, and Cheryl's is already on the way. And here is another gold accent piece. I love this piece too. It's so pretty. And then you have this design on the back. All right, so that's the paper. It's a specialty paper. And it is $15, and that's because it has the gold accents in each sheet, okay? All right, now there's also some cotton paper, which I didn't grab. The cotton paper comes in 2 shades, Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent, and you get 5 of each color, okay? So 5 of each color. And so that's going to give you 10 sheets of the cotton paper. and we will be going over that next week. Okay, so we're going to focus on Eden's collection tonight, and then we're going to focus on it again next week because there's just so much to share with you. Okay, we can't just have one night. There's also some beautiful garden gems, and in the beginning of the demonstrator pre-order period, they were on back order, so we could not order them. They had not reached the warehouse yet. They are in the warehouse, so you can order the embellishments, but mine are on the way. I'm like Cheryl. My embellishments are on the way, and I think they're going to be here on Tuesday, so they shipped very quickly. All right, so I'm going to move our designer paper out of the way. Hi, Karen. Yay, from Iowa. So good to have you. All right. So I'm going to bring my tray over here, and we are going to look at this card right here that we're going to make tonight. All right, here it is. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is, you know, this is pretty intricate design as well as this piece. And so it can be hard to use glue of any kind in order to get it to attach to a card base. And so we are going to use adhesive sheets tonight. And you all have heard me talk about this many, many times. You know, I love the adhesive sheets, and I think they're time savers. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about first. And many of you already know our adhesive sheets are 6 inches wide and they are 12 inches long. Okay. So when you pull out one sheet of the adhesive, you have 3 panels. This is a 2-inch panel, this is a 2-inch panel, and this is a 2-inch panel. And it's that way because it's great for tearing off the paper and being able to get to that adhesive, okay? Hi, Jeanne, good to see you too. All right, so what I've done is I have measured my Evergreen cardstock. Now, this is what I would recommend as soon as you receive your suite of product, okay? Because I know Cheryl has ordered hers, and a few other ladies here tonight have ordered theirs. And so when it arrives, I would go ahead and I would take your adhesive sheets and some cardstock, and I would go on and cut a few of these. That way, when you get ready to make cards, the adhesive is already on the die cuts, okay? So I'm measuring this piece of cardstock at 5.5 inches and 6 1/4 inches. And that is plenty big for the dies, all right? So that's actually what I cut this paper at, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to peel off the panel. Now this is why I like the panels. All right, and you might say, well, how am I going to know which side is sticky? Believe me, as soon as you peel it off, you're going to know which side is sticky, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to add another panel. It does not have to be straight on the cardstock, okay? It's still going to serve the very same purpose. And we've got one little piece left here, and that's actually going to overlap a little bit, and that's okay too. All right? As far as I know, it's okay. I haven't had a problem with that in the past, all right? So the adhesive part is done, and now I'm going to grab our dies. All right, so when you get yours in the mail, do one of these in Evening Evergreen, do one in Soft Succulent. Now, I've already done my Soft Succulent one for tonight, okay? So you only have to watch me do this once. And I'm gonna pull out my Take Your Pick tool, and I see that I've got some paper stuck in here from earlier. So let me just get that popped out. All right. You can see I had the Soft Succulent in there. There's a piece of Evening Evergreen. And it looks like I pretty much got all that paper out of there. Okay. All All right, so we're going to be cutting this piece right here, and we can lay it just like that. Then this piece right here is going to become a negative piece. And when I say negative, I mean it's a piece that we will not use, okay? So guess what? I am going to conserve paper, and I'm going to cut another one right inside. And you will see why I did that, okay, when we cut it out. Now I've got my small flower here, and then I usually cut a banner as well. So see how nicely everything fits? Now let me show you one other thing you can do. That flower can fit right there. And now you've used all of your paper, okay? You've conserved it, okay? So let me get, I'm gonna zoom all the way out, and let me get our machine. All right, and see if I can get that right in the center there. You will need the standard Stampin' Cut emboss machine. This die, I believe, is too wide for the mini, okay? All right, so I think I'm just gonna cut that there. I'm gonna bring this down to cut that. And then I'm going to put this on top. All right, and we're gonna roll this through. Here we go. Trying not to shake the table too much. All right. I'm gonna roll back through again. Now remember, these are intricate dies, okay? So I always like to be sure that I'm getting a nice, crisp, clean cut. And I'm gonna take this cutting pad off. This one should do just fine. There it is. Let's see. I'll just leave the die out for now. And then what I want to do is I want to lift this up, and I want to look at the back. So this is the back right here, and it pretty much has cut, but I actually want to cut it again. And this time I'm going to cut it this way. And as a matter of fact, to get this to fit even better, I'm going to trim this off. Okay, and I'm going to keep this because while I'm creating cards, I might be able to use that again for maybe another one of these leaves, okay? All right, so now we're going to turn this way, and we're going to put our cutting pad right on top, and we're going to roll it through. Now, it's gotten really, really quiet. Are y'all still out there? Because I'm not seeing any comments. All right, so I hope you're still there as we roll this through. And we should be great now. Yes, look at that. That is going to be awesome. So I'm going to move the machine out of the way. We'll bring that back in later. Oh, oh boy. Okay. Carol has a big question about the ornament class, so hang tight. Carol says, I'm sorry to interrupt what you're doing, but for the ornament class, if we order extra, does that also come with a box maybe, Carol? Is that the last part of your question? Does the ornament fit in the mini pizza box? Oh, no. The ornament will not fit in a mini pizza box, okay, Carol? But when you order an extra ornament kit, it comes with an acetate card box, which I keep forgetting to tell everybody. A lot of people have asked me that, okay? So when you order an extra ornament kit, you get everything you need for the box as well, all right? And that's an awesome question. All right, let's move these dies out of the way. Now we're going to separate these, all right? Now again, let me show you something. I'm gonna keep this. See that adhesive right there? I can lay that right there, and I can cut another flower, okay? So definitely, you know, look at those pieces, okay? All right. And so now here is the negative piece that's coming out. Negative meaning we're not using it, okay? It's not the actual die, if that makes sense. You're welcome, Carol. Yeah, no worries, Carol. You're going to get a box for your ornament. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, and so now I take this one out. Now, like I've already told you before class tonight, I did cut out one of these in soft succulent, okay? So I do have both colors. But my recommendation is, hey, Deborah, my recommendation is when you get your suite of product, go ahead and do this, okay? So that you'll be ready to put some cards together and you won't have to stop and cut. All right, even if you don't know what your card design is going to be, okay? All right. All right, and I think we got everything out there that we needed to get out. And so now we can actually start putting our card together, okay? So this is an evening evergreen card base, and it's 5.5 inches here by 8.5 inches. And then I scored right in the middle at 4.25 inches, okay? And so now I am going to be using some gold foil paper. Now, don't be confused with this in relationship to the brushed metallic cardstock. This is totally different. The gold foil is going to be in the annual catalog. Okay? Yeah, please, Rosemary, watch the beginning of the video later. And it's also on my blog, Rosemary, regarding the ornament kit, okay? And it's my 10th annual ornament, so you don't want to miss it, all right? All right, so I'm just going to add some seal, all right? Right along here. Thank you, Karen. I'm so glad you like it. Thank you very much. I have seen so many beautiful cards with this suite on Pinterest that I feel like I can't even do it justice. So head on over to Pinterest, ladies, later, not right now, after this broadcast is done, and then check it out because there's some beautiful stuff over there on Pinterest. Again, I'm adding Stampin' Seal here. And I didn't even tell you card measurements. So let me do that for the gold foil, okay? So for your gold foil, it's going to be 5 3/8 of an inch, all right? And then you're gonna cut it at 4 1/8, okay? So now this designer paper piece is 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches, okay? And then this is going to get centered right on that gold foil. That gold foil really makes it pop, okay? So now that piece is done, and now we're ready to add this piece right here, okay? Now for those of my ladies who are in my hostess club, we will be making a card using this suite this weekend, okay? Or next Tuesday night. So definitely, I'm not sure which one yet. I'm having a hard time deciding. I made about 4 cards. So anyway, I'll get it figured out tomorrow because that's when I'm cutting paper. So what I'm doing right now is I am popping out those little teeny pieces of paper. Now, granted, a lot of that's going to come out when I peel the adhesive off. But I do like to take a few minutes just to see if I can get that out of there. Because sometimes those little pieces like to get stuck to the back. So that's all I'm doing right now is just popping out little pieces of paper. All right. And I think I about have it. Yes, Leslie, we must. We must use this suite this weekend. Okay, guess what I'm about to do? I'm going to peel off the adhesive sheet, okay? And so here I go, just peeling off right here. Now, if you have trouble picking up that adhesive sheet layer, use your Take Your Pick tool, okay? Here goes another piece. All right, almost there. Okay, now I've got a little piece right here, and then I want to go back and I want to look at the top to make sure I got those other little pieces off before I put this on the designer paper. Okay. All right. And another good way to do this is to look at the back of it and pop out any pieces this way, and that way they don't get stuck to the back. All right. So we're now ready to apply this piece. See how easy that was? All right, so now we're gonna apply this piece, and it's pretty much gonna fit right inside this rectangle. Okay. All right. Ruth says, I need to remember to use those adhesive sheets. It looks much easier. This is much easier, Ruth, because we're not having to put any glue behind it. And that's what I like about it. All right, so there we are. It's stuck, ladies, just like that. Now, remember this piece that I cut? Well, it's going to go right here, but I'm actually going to use soft succulent instead. Now, if you remember from the beginning, I said when you get your suite, cut out one set in evergreen and then one set in the soft succulent, okay? So I've already done that, and these are my pieces and parts. And so I'm gonna pull one of these out. Let's see which one I'm gonna pull out. This one right here. Okay, we're gonna use this one. Some of that adhesive sheet had already come off. I wanna tell you a little bit about our clear envelopes. They are located in our annual catalog. It is a standard size envelope, which means this card would fit inside this clear envelope. I put pieces and parts in here, and then I can put them in here. Okay, now by doing that, the next time I go to make a card, I have my pieces and parts in there, okay? So keep that in mind. I know, Jean, these are such yummy colors. All right, so here we go. Here's soft succulent, and I'm now gonna pull off the adhesive sheet for this one. Aha, now that one broke, but that is okay because we have adhesive on it and you're never gonna know it. I'm just trying to get up this little piece. There we go. All right, so we'll fix that in a minute. That's another nice thing about this. It's very fixable, very forgiving. All right. And I think all the pieces and parts are out of this one. And so, okay, I'm gonna put that together, and I'm just gonna start over here. Okay, and this should go about here, and that should go about here. Okay, so even though it was torn, we still have it intact, okay? It does look a little crooked, so let me show you something else you can do. The adhesive sheet is very forgiving, which I love. And so now what I'm doing is I'm just very lightly picking it up, okay? I'm gonna move that over a little bit. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So there we are again. Still looks a little crooked to me, but we're gonna go with it. And the next piece we're going to use is a gold banner. So I took one of the banners and I cut it out with the gold foil sheet, okay? I'm going to add dimensionals. So for those of you who have not ordered your suite yet, be sure to order Evening Evergreen cardstock as well as soft succulent cardstock and grab some adhesive sheets. The only two ink colors you're going to need are soft succulent and Evening Evergreen. And you can make a ton of cards with these. All right, so we're gonna let that go right on across there, okay? And then this little shape right here comes from Tasteful Labels. And you all know that I use this quite a bit. And I'm using this die right here that cut out the basic white shape, okay? So just want you to know where that is from. And we're going to use Sending Hugs and Evening Evergreen. And I can zoom out a little bit. And let's see. Where are you? Right here. All right. And then I'm just going to stamp right here in the center. Okay. There's my Sending Hugs. And y'all already know that I'm just going to pop this right up. I'm going to put the dimensional right there on the gold banner, which is a really pretty banner, by the way. And then I'm going to add Sending Hugs. So this is a very easy first card for you to try with your suite. Now I'm going to add my Facebook Live in the Hive logo to the back of the card because someone is going to be going home with this tonight. Yes, Pam, the Tasteful Labels are still in the annual catalog. They are still there, and I'm so glad. I'm going to show you another card that I also made. Oh, you know what we have to do? Hang on a minute. We've got to stamp the inside. Thank you, Becky. I'm so glad you like it. Thank you so much. Hang on one second here. We forgot to do the inside. Yes, Connie, I could. Connie suggested that I could cut the gold tag from the gold sheet before gluing it down. Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go ahead and work on the inside. We're going to use Evening Evergreen for the words. I can't believe I almost forgot this. This is the best part of the whole card. And I'm going to stamp Dear Friend right here. And that's actually towards the top, okay? And then, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get out Soft Succulent. I just love these two cards together. We are going to use this stamped image right here. And I'm going to stamp that like right there in the middle, okay? And then I'm going to put another one over here, like that. And then we'll put one right here. And that is the Soft Succulent, okay? Now for the Evening Evergreen, and this little guy is my favorite right now. We'll put one here. Okay, just like that. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can get a closer look. And then we'll need one like that. Just love that with the different shading and the dots. We'll put one there and one there. All right. So that's going to go inside the card. me go ahead and turn this over. I'm just adding my stamp and seal here. All right, there goes my Tombow glue falling right over. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and add this to the inside. And we'll just center this. By the way, the basic white measurement is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, okay? I did forget to tell you that, but that's what the inside is. And here's the card. All right, so wouldn't that just be wouldn't that be nice to receive from someone? Okay, now I did make one similar to this, and here it is. So here is another idea for you. This is with a darker designer paper with gold accents. And again, it's pretty much created the very same way. All right, I know, Deborah, it's an awesome suite, absolutely. Okay, so that's 2 different cards there. All right. Okay, well, I'll let this card lay right here. I'm going to get us all set up for our next card. All right, and you know what I forgot? My paper trimmer. So I'm going to run across my room. I'm going to let you look at this card, okay? I'll even zoom in a little bit more, and I'm going to pick up my paper trimmer. All right. Thank you, ladies. I'm so glad you like them. Okay. So I'm going to move this out of the way now, and I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to show you how to cut this card, okay? First of all, notice that it is on a soft, succulent card base, okay? And then I want you, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this just because of lighting. Do you see the vines in the background? I'm trying to think what it's called. It's called Stitched, I think I have it right here. Stitched Greenery die. Look at that. Isn't that fun? So the stitching is so easy to accomplish on this, all right? So I can't wait to show you how to do that. Just some of you may already have this particular die, and others may never have noticed it in the catalog, all right? All right, so let's start with our soft succulent card base, all right? And I decided tonight I would show you how I cut a piece of 8.5 by 11-inch sheet of cardstock. And that's just in case we have any newbies tonight, okay? All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is, let's go ahead and score this at 4 1/4 inches, okay? Ooh, Diana, it would be gorgeous for Christmas, absolutely. I hadn't even thought of that in the Christmas colors. Oh my goodness. Oh, Gail, you just wait. You haven't seen the die yet. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna score my cardstock so I can get a score line in it. I'm on the 8.5 inch side, and I have put the cardstock at 4 1/4 inches, and I'm just making a score line, all right? So now that I have my score line, I'm going to put the 11-inch side at the top of the paper trimmer, and I'm gonna cut at 5.5 inches, all right? There we go. And we just need the one card base, okay? So that's what you're gonna need to start with, okay? Now, the next thing you're gonna need is, you're going to need a sheet of evening evergreen cardstock. And let's see, you're gonna wanna cut this one at, let's just start with 4 1/4. We're just gonna divide this paper into equal halves, okay? And then, so that's 4 1/4 that way, and then 5.5, okay? Now we are going to need to adjust this sheet of paper, but we'll do that in a little bit, and I'll tell you why later, okay? So I actually think we're ready for our Stamp and Cut Emboss machine now, all right? So let me move the paper trimmer. I'm gonna bring this back in. And I'm going to be using the Stitched Greenery die. Now this die is amazing with this suite. So hang tight, I'm going to try and grab it, get it out of the package. This is what the die actually looks like. Hi Suzanne, welcome. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to lay this cardstock. You can lay this cardstock anywhere. It doesn't have any way of lining up. It's just a geometric design. You could put it up in this corner to cut it. You could put it down in this corner to cut it. Be careful rubbing your fingers over it because it could cut your finger, all right? Remember, they're blades, all right? They cut paper. So this is what I have. By the way, it can even be crooked. Okay, it does not have to be straight on this die. I'm going to lay this over now, and we are going to roll this through. We just treat this like a regular die. All right, here we go. I'm going to roll this through, and honestly, rolling through once is going to be plenty. All right, so I can't wait to show you the effect. It's so cool. This is what you get. Isn't that pretty? What do you think of that? Isn't that gorgeous? Now this is in our annual catalog, and it's item number 155451. Okay, so we're going to use that in a little bit. Now we've got our card base. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Now we have our card base, okay? And there's one more die we need to use, and this one is the border die. So let me just slide my magnet out, get that, slide that back in, and roll this through. Now this is the edging right here. I'm going to pop out that one little piece of paper. Okay. So with the edging, you want, well, I thought I got that out. Hang on a minute. Hang on, there we go. I know, Kisha, I'm in love with this die. I've had it forever. So anyway, oh gosh, so the third card is stunning. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. I know I love the stitch leaves, Melissa. They're amazing. Okay, here's your stitching. Here is the intricate design. So you want that intricate design on the edge of your card, all right? So let me show you. When you go to cut it, this is what it's gonna do, okay? So you want that on the edge, all right? I know that this die is absolutely perfect for the bundle. You are so right. Alrighty, let's see here. So I am just going to kind of put this up at the edge, okay? And I think about right there will do it. Now, since we don't have a magnetic platform, you could definitely put some washi on it, which, you know what, I think I will. Or, you know, I could always use my other technique, which is to, you know, hold your breath, right, as you roll it through. Hi, Jennifer. Good to have you. All right, so let me see here. And I think that's going to do it. Okay. And now we're ready for that top cutting plate, and we can roll this on through, okay? So here it goes. There we go. Hey, Martha. Hi, Dawn. Hello, everyone. All right, I'm rolling that through a couple of times, okay? I want to make sure that I get all those little pieces cut, okay? So I'm just going to roll it on through, and then I'll roll it back. All right, and that should really take care of it. And as you can see here, it has, okay? So we're gonna move this out of the way. And I don't think we'll need it anymore tonight. All right. And so now we're gonna lift this up gently. Okay. Now sometimes you have to be careful with your washi tape because it wants to pull up your paper. And in this instance, see how it pulled it up? It doesn't matter because we're about to cover this up, okay? So just be aware of that, all right? And a Post-it note also works really well. I know a lot of people use Post-it notes. So I'm just gonna poke out these little pieces of paper, all right, that we just cut. All right, that should take care of that. And then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna measure. Let me get a nice crisp score line here. All right, and then I can measure. And I want to measure from the end of the cardstock right on over here to the dotted line. So I am thinking we are going to cut our evening evergreen. Remember this piece that we just did? We're gonna cut it at 3.5 inches, okay? Now let's make sure that it fits top to bottom. Okay, good, nothing needs cutting there. So we're gonna cut from here to here, okay, the width. We're gonna cut that at 3.5 inches, okay? So let's bring in our paper trimmer. And we're gonna go to 3.5. And we're gonna cut that. Now I'm gonna save this because I might be able to use it on the next card, okay? Alrighty. So now let's bring our card base back in and let's see how it looks. Alright, let's see if I can get it nice and even. That's what it's gonna look like, okay? So let's go ahead and put some Stampin' Seal on that. All right. And then we're going to move this right along this edge. Okay. And adhere it right there. Okay, so now this is what my card looks like, all right? I know, Jennifer, they are great for the inside. And you know what? We just might try that tonight. We just might. All right, let me see what happens when we do that. We could use that. Ooh, look at that. So that strip could be used right along there. Isn't that pretty? What a great idea, Jennifer. I'm definitely keeping that. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is some stamping, and I'm using another die set. It's called Hippo and Friends. It does have a coordinating stamp set. You will find both in the annual catalog, and I'm actually going to be using this shape, which is the largest of the octagon. Okay, I believe that's an octagon. I have to go way back to my geometry for that one. All right, so here it is right here. I've already taken the time to cut that piece out. And then we're going to need this piece right here for stamping the flower. All right, so let's bring out our soft succulent. I'm trying to move things around here. Let's stamp the big flower. This is what the big greenery image looks like right here. And I can stamp it anywhere on this piece of paper because I'm going to be cutting it out. Okay, let me zoom in so you can get a nice look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right, and now I'm going to take this piece And I am going to do some stamping around the outer edges like this. Okay. I'm going to go all the way around. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to take a few minutes to cut this out. Yep, you guessed it. There isn't a die for this particular flower. I kind of wish there was. So instead, I am doing a little fussy cutting, okay? So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm gonna go all the way around the flower. So which die do you like, Mary Kay? What's it called? It's called the Stitch Greenery die. Is that the one? This is such a beautiful flower. All right, so this is definitely a nature-inspired stamp set. And by the way, all right, by the way, the stamp set and the dies will be in the January to June mini catalog, okay? But the paper, the designer paper and the cotton paper will not. It is only available while supplies last. So don't wait till November 30th, okay? Because I'm afraid it'll be gone. Order your paper early, all right? All right, I know, me too, Mary Kay. Love the greenery, but love it all, absolutely. All right, so I'm just going around the whole flower here. Yeah, and the colors are awesome. You know, when I ordered my collection or suite, I went on and ordered extra evening evergreen cardstock and extra soft succulent cardstock because I knew that I was going to probably use it for a class. So yeah, this will definitely be a Hostess Club project, or one of them will. All right, let me fine tune this little area here. And I'm just kind of shaping it up now. So usually after I do my fussy cutting, I'll go back and just kind of look at all the different little areas and maybe just kind of fine tune those a little bit. Get rid of any edges or points. All right. So that part is done. And let's go ahead and we're going to stamp the inside. And we're going to use the Evergreen inked again. And the words, dear friend. And this is, this basic white paper is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. All right, did I get it straight? I think I got it straight. And then I'm going to take this piece right here. All right, and let's see. I am going to add that right there. Isn't that pretty? I just love the images. All right. And then I'm going to take some evening evergreen here, and I'm just going to stamp along the edges. Okay. I'm just stamping all the way up the side. And I'm going to close this ink before I get it everywhere. Okay, so now let's go back to our card and see what we're going to do. We're actually going to pop this up. I'm going to zoom out just a little. All right. And I'm just going to use dimensionals here for this. And 2 should be plenty. And I'm going to be putting that about right in the center of the card. Okay? And And then this piece, I'm actually going to pop up, and it's going to go over this stamped image. I'm sorry, I keep getting out of the camera area. I'm sorry. All right, I know the little stamp adds some, it does, it's so pretty. All right, so I'm gonna put that about right there, okay? And then I am going to add some of our Gilded Gems, all right? They're gold, these are amazing. They're in the annual book, okay? And the item number for this one is 152478. And also remember, we have the new Garden Gems, so you could actually use those too, okay? I was just late in getting my gems ordered, so they have not arrived yet. I'm trying to pull off this last one. There we go, right there. Don't worry, we're gonna use some Wink of Stella on this, okay? Let's go ahead and we're gonna add these flowers. Now, if you remember, we did cut some of those out. And let's see, where is, I am looking, of course y'all cannot help me find it because you can't see what I'm doing. I'm looking for that, oh, I know where it is. My little bag of die cut, no, it's not in there. What did I do with it? It's here somewhere, here it is. Okay, so remember those little bag of die cuts that I said to keep? All right, we're gonna use 2 of these. They already have the adhesive on the back. So I'm just lifting up that adhesive paper. All right. And that's gonna go there. And then we have one more. And then this one is going to go near it, and I'll put that one about right there. All right, so see how easy that was to tack down? All right, now we're gonna add some Wink of Stella for the top flower here. All right, make this all shiny and pretty and glittery. This would be pretty for Christmas. Maybe this flower could actually be in red. I think my Wink of Stella is almost, I wonder if I need a new one. It's feeling a little dry. Let me look at that in the light, see if it's got any shimmer. Do y'all see any shimmer there? Let me, I may need a new pen. I'll give this the once over one more time. There we go. Now it's coming out. It was not coming out earlier. I do too, Jennifer. I'm loving the Stitch Greenery die. Yep. It's a good one. All right, now that Wink of Stella's moving. I guess it's just been a while since I've used it. Okay, so you'll notice in the original card that I have this soft succulent bow. So I want to know your thoughts about evening evergreen bow. All right, so this is what it would look like with evening evergreen on it. And then I want you to look at the gold shimmer. All right, so I would love to know your thoughts on what color. We can still do soft succulent if you want. But let me know what you think makes it pop while I put this inside. Again, the basic white is 4 inches by 5¼ inches. All right. Oh, actually, this one's bigger. I apologize. This one's 4¼ inches by 5½ inches. I forgot I made this bigger. Ooh, you like the evergreen. Awesome, Karen. Gold shimmer. Oh boy. All right. Soft succulent or gold. Lisa's gold. Margaret loves all of them. Sandra likes the evening evergreen. Awesome. See, I don't know which one to use. All right, so here is the card. You can see those leaves now on that side, okay? Oh boy, you guys, it's so hard to choose. All right, I think I'm going, let me try the gold again. That would be the gold with it, which is very sweet. And then this is evening. I'm gonna go with evening evergreen. And I would, you know what, if I make this card again, I'll probably do gold shimmer. So I'll just have all 3 of them, right? So I just thought it